Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to YouTube. I'm your host, Whalecow, and together we are doing the retrospective on the Mass Effect series. It's been a while, maybe 2 or so weeks. We just had finals at my college, so that's why you can expect more frequency of video in the coming weeks. But let's get started. The first one I did, this one was rife with technical glitches. This was before I figured out that I could make a video in parts to avoid the sound issues. I remember in this one the biggest trouble I had was, as always, getting lost on the first level. I'm pretty sure there's a map glitch. Alright. Now on to Chapter 2, Scottish Brandy and Arrogant Bastards. I was just coming to grips with how much language was in this game. We had the stereotypical ruling council that doesn't listen. Stereotypical shooting up of the bar. It might be a little hard to comment on these because I did them so long ago. But yeah, one of the biggest problems I had to be the endless moments of nothing when I was traveling from quest to quest. Pretty sure you guys tuned out on that, and I do not blame you in the slightest. On to Chapter 3, 1,000 Miles with Gene Wilder. This is a reference to a sitcom, I can't quite remember which one. And also to Gene Wilder, if you don't know who that is. He played the original Willy Wonka. Yeah, gratuitous driving level. You drove the Mako on all the planets, except that one was the longest driving experience, and also the shortest mission in the game. Shortest main mission, anyway. Chapter 4, Pharaohs Part 1. I'm mad, you're mad, we're all mad! A lot of the other missions were much longer, so I had to split them into parts. Yeah. I liked that particular mission because it sort of had the tone of the original Star Trek. Like, this is a totally serious situation, but they're mind controlling us so we could die any second. Part 2, Capitalism, Communism, and Hive Minds. I sort of had this inner debate with myself while I was driving back to base. If hive minds were a communism, and if the capitalism on the planet caused it. The answer is no and yes, respectively. I sort of lost it when Liara kept talking about endless psionic intelligence, science-y stuff. Yeah. Alright. Chapter 6, moving on to Novaria. More capitalists. Had some idiot making fun of Catherine Shepard's gangster origins, and I did not mind in the slightest snitching on him later, and it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Part 2, Corporations Are All Jerks. We finished up on Novaria, killed Liara's mom. Well, she committed suicide, but you know. This is around the point where I really started to get the hang of sound issues. I really should have done that a long time ago, but I don't know. It feels like there are multiple problems and I'm only now getting them under control. Next, I took a brief break and I did an AMV to the song Rah Rah Rasputin by Bonnie M. It's a really old song, but they were dipping into lots of different musical genres, a lot of which wouldn't become popular until more modern times. Um, it's certainly not the best one I've ever seen. It's the first one I've made, but I really enjoyed it. Um, Definitely recommend checking it out, but we wasted enough time on that. Chapter 8, Happy D-Day, Madam Secretary. This is when we went to Vernmeyer. We lost Ashley, but we got to scare the crap out of a random Asari secretary. Chapter 9, Jenna and Rex Know Too Much. This was just before the finale. There was this girl in a bar named Jenna who was doing industrial espionage for CSEC, and she knew too much, and Rex also knew way too much about procedure for CSEC within the Citadel. I found that amusing because I have a classmate at my college whose name is Jenna, and she acts just like that. Well, except less whiny, I guess. Yeah, and then we went to Ilos and did that stuff. Chapter 10, Shepherd vs. Masterhand. This was the finale. Started on Ilos towards the end and ended up on the Citadel. But yeah, that one was short enough that we didn't run into any sound issues. At the end of it, I put in a couple of alternate songs for the credits, and the timing worked out pretty perfectly. Citizen Soldier by Three Doors Down and Counting Stars by One Republic. I felt that it fit pretty well, and let's see. It's been, 2.5 weeks, and I haven't had my butt suit off, so I guess they're cool with the free publicity. Yep, that'll be about everything. Still not sure what I'm gonna do for my next one. I have a couple new games that are only just coming out of beta. I could take a look at those. When I did that for the Stormguard Darkness is Coming a while back, I got a good number of views from people that were interested. So I might do that again. Might take a look at Bounty Train. Who am I kidding? I just want to show off the chain guns I have mounted on the cars, guys. Who would not? One does not simply not show off chain guns on their 19th century locomotive. If you guys have any suggestions, though, go ahead and leave it in the comments section. Yeah, that'll be everything. So, until next time, this has been Whalecow, and I'm officially signing off.